What's up everyone, welcome back to ARTV. My name is John and it's time for another installment of my weekly countdown series 7 on Sunday. Because yes, check your calendar, it's Sunday.
Today is Sunday.
A wise poet and scholar once said, "Everyone loves a catchy chorus and beat so they can sing along." That was Rivers Cuomo of Weezer on Pork and Beans, but what happens when the song doesn't have a chorus? Can it still be amazing? Can it still have some sort of appeal to it? And my answer is hell yes. Songs that don't have a chorus are not only more rare, but they're also more underrated, I feel. Obviously, there's some big ones on this list today that you're going to know and probably love, but there's also some that I just feel aren't frequently mentioned, especially when this topic comes up. Yes, there's classics, yes, there's newer songs, so let me know what you think of the list in the comments section down below. I do want to point it out that just because a song has a refrain, some repeated words, or maybe even a repeated line or two that pops up throughout the song, that is not the same thing as a chorus. Most songs, or the majority of them, are written verse, chorus, bridge, final chorus, outro. But the songs that we're talking about today just keep moving on and don't even bother with the chorus because they don't need them. I hope that you guys enjoy the video today. Please drop a like on it and subscribe for the love of music. Here is my number 7 selection, Pink Floyd's Money. Money. At number 7, we have Pink Floyd's Money from the classic album The Dark Side of the Moon. Now, you might listen to this song and think that there's a chorus, but it's actually just fooling you because yes, you hear the money and you're like, oh, there's the hook, but it's actually just building on different phrases. And yes, there are some repeated words that are gonna pop up, but you actually never do get that repeated chorus that just drives it into your head. This song is catchy for a myriad of reasons. I could name the bass line for one, which is just unmistakable, but also Roger Waters' singing style on this one. His vocal presence is incredible, and I love a song like this that can captivate without actually having that traditional chorus.
And then you think that she is beautiful, but she don't mean a thing to me.
Number 6 goes to Death Cab for Cutie, Tiny Vessels. This is a song from their 2003 breakout album that blew up the indie sphere, Transatlanticism. This is also the song that inspired me to do this list. I was listening to the song months ago and thought to myself, I don't hear a chorus. I always thought there was a chorus because there's a repeated phrase, but I actually don't think there is. He sings, "She is beautiful, but she means nothing to me. She doesn't mean a thing to me." And this song does give this kind of jaded point of view of a guy that's trapped in a relationship seemingly, and he's talking about how he doesn't feel anything for his partner, but he continues to lie to her just to keep up the facade. And I love honest songs like that aren't afraid to admit that I'm an asshole sometimes. But this one actually never gets to a chorus, and I'm just fine with it. This is a song that remains catchy and relevant, and I suppose relatable, I'm sure, for some people, whether you're on the bad side of the relationship or the good. This is really not a winning scenario for anyone, actually. It's a fantastic tune that I highly recommend, even though it does not have the hook.
And there's a woman with her fingers in my icebox. She peeped around the corner, asked me if I'm okay. She put the ice up on my tongue and then it melted away.
What's the best Jack White solo album, you ask? Well, it's Blunderbuss. Come on, fight me. At number 5, we have from that very album the opening track, Missing Pieces. It does not have a chorus, but it's a great narrative and ballad about how at the end of a relationship, your ex-partner takes pieces of you with them, whether that be metaphorically or literally. I don't know what kind of relationship you might have had. Missing Pieces is super emphatic musically. I love those electric piano keys that light up the solo and breakdown of this track. It goes on for over a minute, and you're lost in that. You're not even thinking about the fact that this song hasn't repeated itself. He goes on to describe, as the song keeps going, all of the different things that have been taken, whether it be limbs from his body, and he's missing his arm, everything else is gone, and he's basically left with nothing. It's a very, very smart tune, one that I would dare say is underrated from Jack White, and it's one that, yes, does not feature a chorus.
So let it out and let it in. Hey
I could go into a 4-minute breakdown of na 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 na's, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, at number 4, we have Hey Jude by the Beatles. That's right, the most legendary and iconic band of all time did not have a chorus on their mega hit. In fact, this was their longest running #1 single in the United States, a song that pretty much everybody knows. Paul McCartney sings and lights this one up, and it doesn't have a chorus. Of course, Hey Jude is repeated at the start of the verses, and it's really going through the life of this person that many, including John Lennon himself, thought was about John Lennon. This is a fantastic and iconic song, a classic if I've ever heard one, but it does not feature a chorus like many people think. You hear Hey Jude and you're like, okay, there's the chorus, but it's actually not. It's just a series of verses and then the breakdown, and that's it. And that's why it's so damn fantastic. Well, that's not the only reason why. There's all of the music that goes into it, but that's another reason why it's fantastic.
Preached of hope and forgiveness, said there is always a chance to rectify what you've taken. Make your peace in the world. I thought to slip through the door. I could have entered the room. I felt the burden of murder and shook the earth to the core.
It is hard as hell to listen to this song without getting emotional, but at number 3, we have the tragic story that's told by La Dispute on King Park. This is a song that definitely does not feature a chorus, as do many of La Dispute's songs. They're mostly narrative driven, and their lead singer Jordan is very precise in his writing style. The way that he lets these stories, whether they be from his own life or normally I would say they're from the point of view of other people, especially on King Park, as he writes about a shooting that occurred. Somebody innocent was killed, and as a result of gang activity or trying to gun down the person's rival, they killed an innocent child. And at the end of this song, after all of these verses that we're going through, the narrative, the shooter holding up in a hotel room, hiding out and trying to get away, can I still get into heaven if I kill myself? He screams out, feeling the guilt. There's people outside the door, they know he has a gun, and then the story just ends without us ever really knowing exactly what happens, except we probably do know that he ended up taking his own life. It's incredibly tense. It's a song that has so much going on musically. The guitars and the drums, they occasionally let off, but they build up to these crescendos and huge payoffs. And by the end of the song, you realize that you never heard anything at all repeated. It's just one of those things that you heard the story, and that's it. And that's all that it needs. Jealousy and Quiet Bitter Rage, Thy Name is Sometime Around Midnight by the Airborne Toxic Event. This song lands at number 2, and oh man, this is one of the best alternative rock songs that I have heard in the 2010s. It came out near the start of the decade, and it dominated alternative radio. I'm glad that it did, but it's not a traditional hit by any means. This is a song that just continues to tell a story. He's talking about a girl who has left him, moved on to somebody else. She's dancing with somebody else. He's going to go home alone. She intentionally pokes and prods at him. He doesn't know what to do. His pride has faltered. And the emotion that is sold in this song, it is top tier. Like, you don't hear this stuff every day, and that's why I feel like this song is a bit of a modern classic. I know some people might question that, but honestly, this is probably the best thing that the band will ever do. I don't want to sell their other stuff short, but this song is amazing, and once again, it does not rely on that repeated phrase or hook. It just starts by telling you the title of the song. It starts sometime around midnight, and then the fuse is lit, and the race is run. How could I not give the number 1 spot to one of the most respected, revered, and legendary tracks of all time? It's Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, of course. This song notoriously does not feature a chorus. It is a tale, a ballad, I suppose, if you will, that just continuously plays out like an actual theatrical play. Freddie Mercury and the rest of the band are just so bombastic, so balls to the wall, over the top, precise, but also just a little bit insane, that's why this song still works to this day. I have never in my life heard anything that even compares or rivals a song like this. It can be like chugging in your face, dominating guitar riff, so you think you can stone me and spit in my eye, and then it moves into Mama Just Killed a Man. I'm working backwards here, but you get the point. It's manic, desperate, but urgent, and it never lets up, and it does not need that chorus. It flips the middle finger to the chorus, in fact, and says, look, we're gonna be catchy and legendary and one of the best songs of all time, and we don't need your radio bullshit. And here we are at Bohemian Rhapsody, the legend that it is. Thank you so much for watching my countdown of some of the greatest songs of all time that do not feature a chorus. If you would like to see a part 2 of this video, then please leave suggestions down below, and also help me get this video to 1,000 likes if you want to make that come to life. If you are new to my channel, then please subscribe for the love of music. If you're in a position to help out the channel, then please by all means visit my Patreon page at the top link down below, or else the annotation in the corner. It's a great way to support the channel, and you also get perks in return. Other than that, you can connect with me on social media at these links that you see here in the description down below. All of the 7 on Sunday episodes right over here, and another recent video right here. I'll see you soon for more on ARTV.